episode of Murder Schmurder. That's Joseph.
That's Jamie.
That's Maggie.
That's Austin.
That's Austin.
And that's Grant.
Thank you, guys.
Welcome our brand new guest, Maggie.
Hey! You might have seen her on Tuesday.
You might have.
You might have, if you were
some
paying
people
attention
skip
on
the schmurder.
Tuesday.
That's right.
Some people skip the schmurder. We call those people idiots.
Can't
But
believe you'd skip the schmurder.
why would you?
Grant brought this up. He said that there's probably like a subsect of our fans who only like our schmurder or only like our murder.
Definitely.
And I was like, I didn't really think about that, but I'm sure there's someone who's like, these chuckle fucks are, I can't listen to their fucking Tuesdays. They're too stupid.
but I
I
like
can't
this
listen to
story.
these chuckle fuck schmurder.
Yeah.
But when they start spinning yarns, I can listen to that all day.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the inverse is true too, is that sometimes they're like,
I don't want to learn shit. I
I
just
don't
want to
give
listen
a-
to these idiots talk about things.
I don't give no fucks about no goddamn history.
I need to hear more about Austin's thoughts.
I want to hear about what they crank off to.
The last one
Yeah,
they
they
had
do need more brothels.
the last one they had was good. It's about medieval boobies and people in dog costumes.
And I like boobies and dog costumes.
I like how you went Louisiana on us. Like Bobby Boucher's dad.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, you know what? I also like maiden milkers. And I also would like them in my face.
You know, on Tuesdays, I learn all kinds of things about myself. Like, one, I like to laugh, and two, I like puppy play.
I didn't even know that being a scaly was a thing. It opened up a whole new thing for me.
And now I'm sitting on clutches of eggs like there ain't no tomorrow.
Just turns to his wife. Hey, wife, can you turn on that heat lamp for me? I want to see what it feels like.
I don't have opposable thumbs.
I dug a little hole in the dirt. It's my home now.
Just some guy just telling his wife everything like as a fact that we say. Did you know reptiles can tell when it rains just with their tongue?
Did you know that all water has diarrhea in it? That's why I got to drink so much booze, honey. It ain't clean. Fish shit in it.
I got to drink that honey pickle beer. All right?
I'm learning all kinds of stuff on this podcast.
You got us a fun one?
I got us something. Schmurdarians, today we're talking about a dark time in human history. A time where economic
2026.
2020. I was going to say now.
a time where economic disparity forced workers of the world into endless servitude.
Oh.
Okay, so now.
Wow.
Stop stepping on my goddamn jokes. I have weaved an entire narrative around this.
And you know how Joseph loves his narratives.
I love my narratives.
It's true.
And loves to weave.
Almost as much as I love historical context. Ooh. An era of exploitation and mass death where the ruling class did what they wanted with and to us. A time where the oligarchs would look you dead in the face and say, you will own nothing and be happy. A moment in history with ramifications for vulnerable people the world over. A time where the ruling class, through their horrific actions and vagrant violations of the supposed social contracts, seemed to be daring us into bloody revolution. I'm, of course, talking about medieval Europe.
No, you weren't. You were talking about now the whole time.
What
I thought you were talking about right now.
What y'all think I'd be talking about? Oh, man, that truly is a flat circle.
That's the punchline he wanted.
Segue. We're also joined by the matron of mayhem, the medieval marauder herself, Maggie.
Maggie! Ooh, that's the best intro ever.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you got a couple of whores,
A pan flute,
a pan flute,
all in pink and black.
coconuts.
All in pink and black.
Or
Pink and
black.
coconuts.
Yeah.
If you want to understand that
Horses.
joke, tune into the Schmurder portion of this Murder
Well, you can
episode.
learn tons of stuff.
And now I always look at fire hydrants different. Now,
How big is the nut on top?
pretty big. Now, before we get into all of the boiled meat and potatoes, because this is England,
Very good.
it's time for one of my and Grant's favorite things, historical context. Yay!
I do
Certainly
love
not
historical
Austin's
context.
favorite thing.
I do
When
love,
it comes to pirates, he is.
I do like pirates.
I do love historical context.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I'm indifferent about it, but keep going.
Well, you're going to get
we
a heaping
fucking know.
element of it anyway. The year is 1381. It's approximately 10 years after the Black Death has ravaged the world. In Europe alone, an approximate 25 million people died in the span of just a few decades.
So we went straight into the Renaissance.
Almost. We'll get there.
Close.
Yeah. Millions of people died, and then it was fine.
Yeah, it was
And then Da
perfect, right?
Vinci.
Right.
And all the other Ninja Turtles.
And the good painters, yeah. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, wasn't it crazy 10 years ago?
Sure, I'm glad
Anyway.
sure, I'm glad we're dissecting corpses and learning about anatomy now. Everything's fine. But in
Oh my God, germs are crazy.
Oh man, germ
Those were not
theory.
discovered yet.
No, sir, that is post-Civil War.
I know.
is-
Sadly, I know.
Wash your hands. What are you, a fucking loser?
Hand me my leeches.
Before surgery? That's fucking gay.
For the record, all of those were found out by different other civilizations well beyond and before this.
It's true.
Oh, absolutely.
White
people
people
are stupid.
are very behind the curve.
Dumb and dirty.
As we talked about in our Tower of London episode, white people be dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we kick ass and we take names.
Is that a library full of stuff
That's
from
historical
generations?
context for you.
No one knows
Honestly-
how to kill like we do.
Unfortunately, he's true.
He's right.
He is true.
We're the
You may not
dumbest
like
and the
it.
meanest.
You may not like what I have to say, but the truth sometimes
Nah,
hurts.
there's
We got 4 Dodge Ram trucks.
I like what he has to say.
Me and my Ford Dodge Ram truck gonna run you
And the
down.
truth will set you free.
Isn't that wild though? Like the Library of Alexandria like had generations of different cultures, all that wealth of knowledge, and they're like,
Burn it down!
Burn it down! I hate it!
I hate learning.
Burn that goddamn Muslim knowledge down!
What is that? Books in different languages?
I ain't got time to learn no.
No fucking other kind of languages, sing-song bullshit. Fucking.
I can't read that. We can't have it.
But in an age of modern medicine,
this one's in English. Burn that one too. I hate it.
I hate English. Fuck the English. I'm Greek.
But
I
sir,
like
we
butt
are
fucking and
English.
oil. Okay. In an age of modern medicine, where virtually every modern country has access to socialized healthcare, but Americans are slowly losing herd immunity because of a monumental propagandized effort to sow distrust of science and drive profits for privatized healthcare, I think it's worth looking back and noting the actual effects of a disease that was once thought long eradicated.
Are you talking about the guy that hot tubs and blue jeans?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Things are going great.
I love it.
The Black Death caused swollen lymph nodes, necrotized rotting skin, and liquefying lungs. Millions of people died in immense pain and suffering as their bodies slowly rotted into diseased, clotted piles of Wendy's chili.
That's not true. Some of them were burned alive in their own houses, Joseph.
That's also true. Sometimes when they found out you had the plague or even just thought you might have the plague, they just torch your house with you in it.
But how did they treat the women that figured out some natural cures to sort of like stave off some of the symptoms?
Witches!
Oh, no.
They burned them too.
Better burn that just in case.
That woman's got a book, killer!
She knows how to read.
What do you mean you're trying to help?
I can't believe you let Satan teach you to read, Bridget. The Black Plague originated in medieval Mongolia and China and spread as the Khan Johnny Beg, if I mispronounced that, which I'm sure I did. Sorry.
You mean Johnny Depp?
Yeah, the great Khan Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Laid siege to ancient Crimea. The Khan's army flung plague-infested corpses over city walls
Yes,
as
they
an
did.
early form of biological warfare that would have made American settlers proud.
Would be current
You mean to say that we just used...
And also current Americans proud. Yes, thank you.
You just mean to say we used blankets? I know we could have catapulted dead bodies at people.
It's beautiful work what they're doing.
I guess the Mongolians ain't so bad.
I always thought I hated them, but...
Wow, they got some great ideas.
Through warfare and trade routes, the Black Death spread all the way across Asia, the Middle East, North Africa, and eventually Europe. In the years that the plague ravaged the world, approximately 50 million people died, and as much as 50% of Europe's population died. It would
Sounds
take...
like propaganda.
Sounds like propaganda to me. Liberal propaganda. It would take England alone nearly 300 years to return to pre-plague population levels. Those who survived might have wished they hadn't. They were consigned to a fate that involves backbreaking work, exploitation, and possibly worse than the bubonic plague itself, being English. Boom! Got your asses. The average life expectancy of a medieval serf was roughly 30 to 40 years, and each workday was like something out of Grant's busiest nightmares.
True.
Rising before the sun and collapsing into their flea-infested beds of straw each night, English serfs worked their lord's lands and livestock day in and day out in a horrible system called feudalism.
I was going to say the 1300s sound real itchy.
It was not a fun time. Itchy is a good way to describe it.
Stinky, itchy,
Stinky,
tired
itchy,
time.
shitty, sucky.
Yeah.
Hot.
Hot.
Sweaty.
But don't worry, they got to go to the church.
And sometimes they died.
And sometimes
And it
they
was all
understood
over.
what was being said.
As a brief definition, feudalism was based on landed nobles and aristocratic families keeping tenant farmers and craftspeople indentured to a hereditary plot of land. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, that kind of sounds like the farming version of a pyramid scheme, which also kind of sounds like post-Civil War sharecropping, which also kind of sounds a lot like pre-Civil War slavery, then ding, 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 you are correct.
Yep.
To my understanding, the serfs did get a lot of sick days.
Yeah, they also sang songs, and they really enjoyed their work.
If by sick days you mean every day I'm sick.
No, to my understanding, they had a lot. They were given a lot of sick days because if you were ill, you would normally die. So they didn't want you to spread the illness.
that
did not-
actually is true. They didn't work you to death because at that moment they didn't have like endless access to workers like
Correct.
American slavery. Yes.
Yes, because there was not a interglobal weave or network of slave trade at that time. So they really couldn't.
It was
they could
a
only
finite resource. So
right.
worked
They
them
could
as
only
much as they
replenish
could.
their work, their labor force, in as much as people like had children or they
Generationally,
captured slaves from other like raiding countries. You know, many medieval European countries were constantly at war with each other, and countries could be as big as like a city like Munich or an island like England. Right? There were many small royalties
And they got
and
a
feuds.
little bit from like the silk trade and stuff, but not nearly like the transatlantic
But
slave
France and
trade.
England were
Yeah.
constantly in
Oh
War
my
II.
gosh, all the time.
Yeah.
And so they enjoyed the work.
They loved it.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that, Jaime, since you brought it up, I'll just go ahead and say it. But on average, as miserable, and remember, these people are slaves. This is what this is not a slave apology at all.
Slavery
but-
with extra steps.
Exactly. Thank you. But they actually did, on average, have less working days than the average working person does now.
Yeah, that's true.
So if that sticks in your craw, Annie, you know what to do.
You took the life out of Austin's eyes.
I'm just listening.
I'm just
learning.
locked in.
Are you sad? Are you tired?
All of the above.
Yes.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
So
And
me every
learning.
day.
So you're telling me slaves had more days off than
On average, yes. Medieval slaves worked less than we do now.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry to
that
break
is
it
true,
to
actually.
you.
I'm sorry you had to learn it here.
And you know what they're doing, Austin? Getting drunk and hanging out.
Yeah. I'm sure that's exactly what they're doing, which is all I ever want to do.
All
Yeah.
day, every
All I
day.
ever want to do.
The water was undrinkable.
It really was.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was born in the
drinking.
wrong era.
All day, every day.
Man, I'd really love to be a slave.
I would have killed it in the 1300s.
Well, we did establish that Grant absolutely would have been the best serf.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a
think about
hard
this,
worker.
too, like-
He'll eat anything.
I would be a giant. Like,
That's true.
You would be huge.
They would write about me.
You'd be you would be the grand boulder mover.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
Some medieval peasant's journal. This really big guy showed up at our farm. He drank some shit water and then shat himself to death. Biggest corpse I've ever seen.
No, I was thinking more
Burned
like
forever.
this giant guy with only the lip of his upper, the hair on his upper lip. He moved a big rock, and then he.
Because I would definitely just shave all of this before I go to the 1300s.
Yeah. And then he spoke in a weird accent and said it was of foghorn leghorn. made us all laugh tremendously, but moved that rock.
What's it made out of sand, boy?
But he moved that big rock. We could not all move.
He found the hottest lady in the village and said, "I'm immune."
You call that a boulder? Looks more like a dodgeball to me.
Serfs and villeins, which is a fancy French term for a medieval peasant who was technically higher ranking than a slave in society, but, important to note, not free, worked their lord or lady's lands and livestock with no compensation beyond a place to sleep on the property, which is usually a hovel. They were forbidden from cultivating their own crops or using any animals not supplied by their lordship, as well as having to produce their own food and clothing.
Damn.
So it's like sideways to like a house bad word?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can kind of think of it like that. To be honest, I do not really know what the difference is between a serf and a villain to that point. Mm-hmm. I just think that the French slaves came up with a new term to make themselves feel better about their lives.
The French do that a lot.
Yeah. It is shit. In a lot of ways, with the way that the serfs had to only ever use products supplied by their own lords or lordships, you can think of this in how modern farmers, the few small family farms that haven't been devoured by private equity groups, are still usually contracted to larger corporations, and they are often forced into using proprietary GMO'd seeds and supplies, as well as forced to raise their livestock in cruel, cramped conditions as mandated by the ruling company.
Okay, so we're still in medieval times. Right?
We are.
Okay.
We
just need to make sure. Okay.
Are indeed in medieval times.
Okay.
Well, they probably treated the livestock better than we do
absolutely.
now.
Well, they weren't in factory farms, so I mean, if really want to get down to it, they
They
live
didn't really
better
have
lives.
facilities.
Yeah,
Right.
They did not have facilities.
Imagine like looking at the cow next to you and it has a better life than you. That would piss me the fuck off. Look at this cow and it's just
This
chilling eating grass.
fucking cow ate better than
The
me
fuck
today.
are you mooing about? Come over here, hauling your shit away.
you big spotty cunt.
What do you do but sit here and get milked? Maybe somebody should milk me every now and then. You dumb cow.
That's him talking to his wife.
I've got the prostate too, you know. I couldn't help it.
Got a
I
love that.
That was really good.
Take it.
Just a guy yelling at his wife getting his prostate milk.
Just sleeping on a fucking flea-riddled hay mat.
milk my prostate.
It's always about you. What can it be about me?
Babies, babies, babies.
I can't finger you and myself at the same time.
Skill issue.
I gotta stick a thumb up there while doing it at the same time. It's confusing. I don't know which hand is in which hole.
Oh, fantastic.
Please carry on, Joseph.
This is where you jump in. With
Serfs.
I can't tell which hand is covered in shit because everything's covered in shit.
Joseph, read now.
Serfs could not permanently leave their lord's holdings, lands, or villages without the express permission of their lord or lady. Serfs could not marry, change their occupation, the types of livestock or crops that they grew or cultivated, or even dispose of property without their lord's permission.
Damn.
Mary?
Huh?
Mary?
Couldn't marry without the lord's permission.
Is that where fuck comes in? Is that where fuck comes in?
Are you talking about the prima nocte thing?
Yeah.
Where so supposedly that's not a real thing.
I know. This is fun to talk about.
I do believe that there were landlords that obviously sexually abused their peasantry. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
Humans be humaning.
humans be humaning.
Yeah.
We've always been gross, monstrous perverts and weirdos.
There's certainly a power.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's
Struggle there.
naive to the point of stupidity to think that never happened. But it was not written into law. It was not codified into law.
I mean, I personally think that like the acronym fuck, right? Fornication under consent of the king.
Oh yeah.
Is just a fun thing that they came up with long
Yeah.
time ago as a joke. And
To try to lessen the horrors of their existence.
Right, and it lasted for so long that we just used that.
Yeah.
Right.
We've got a real dark sense of humor.
Because
We
our
love our
lives are sad.
acronyms.
The main difference between serfdom and slavery, if there even is any, is that serfs were legally bound to a specific plot of land, and serfs could be and were transferred to new lords either through trade deals or down hereditary lines.
That's not different at all.
It's exactly the same.
That's
Exactly.
That
It's
is-
more steps.
That is slavery.
Talk about generational wealth, am I right?
Hey.
Yeah.
Now, you may be thinking to yourself, you dumb, gentle listener or viewer, but Joseph, what about the Magna Carta of 1251?
Shut up, you spotted cow.
Wasn't that the inspiration for our own Constitution? A legal document proclaiming to all that the king was as beholden to law as anyone else? Well, just like our own Constitution, written by slave-owning genocide heirs, the Magna Carta was really more of a suggestion. The Magna Carta was routinely amended and outright ignored for centuries at a time. Moreover, the Magna Carta was in essence written as a way to prevent the noble class, specifically, from being subjected to harsh taxes and asset seizure from the crown, and in no way was written with the peasant class in mind, much like our own Constitution.
But I thought that was one of the ships that we came over on.
It was. For all the fucking good that did.
Hang on, the rich have been dodging taxes for how long?
That's
Ever.
Since taxes began.
since taxes and some people had more money than other people.
Since money started.
Yes.
But I don't want to pay taxes. Well,
Too
you're
damn
right.
bad.
That's too damn bad.
Too damn bad. Get your shovel.
Also, Austin's right. Shut up. We're going with that.
I'm killing it.
You're doing a great job today. Peasants in medieval times had no legal recourse against the nobility, and as you can imagine, abuse of the lower classes was rampant. Which brings us right back to 1381 and the Peasants' Revolt.
Ooh.
Sounds communist.
It does, doesn't it?
It's a little bit. Just a little bit.
There's a lot of heat coming from this area over here.
Hitting this desk over here.
It's like a crackling fire down there.
First, we talk about the cows and the milking and the prostates, and now we're talking about proto-communism. Ooh.
I'm gonna need you guys to calm down.
She brought out the mace. I'm gonna calm. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm chill. I'm cool. I'm cool. As we talked about, life was brutish, short, and painful for the peasantry. The Black Plague had killed millions of people, and England, like most of the medieval old world, was facing a long uphill battle to get back to good. There was a massive labor shortage, as most of the laborers in England were more susceptible to the disease and had died in droves. As with most things, the economy of the old world was centered mostly around exploitation and resource extraction. And given that millions of people had died, it spiraled out into an interlocking chain of food and goods shortages, inflation, and economic stagnation. Now you may ask yourself, what's a medieval lord or lady to do when there's work to be done and fewer people than ever to do it?
Well, we let them eat cake, right?
Correct. No. You exploit the survivors even harder, and you whip those mugs into moving their lazy, pox-riddled asses.
That's right.
They just don't want to work.
No one wants to work now.
No one wants to work.
You could say that the peasantry was wealth-maxing and poverty mogging the peasants.
I like that.
There, you happy, TikTok? Did we hit your fucking algorithm now?
The wealthy were ore farming. I get it. Yeah.
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 Cut it. Great clip. See, after the Black Plague and the subsequent labor shortage, there was a noticeable shift in power towards the laborers. This isn't to say that workers were suddenly able to flip the table and take over the land that they'd been enslaved to, but lords no longer had the ability to simply kill or dismiss workers who refused their whims. Moreover, the surviving skilled laborers and artisans were able to demand greater compensation for their work. Groups of peasants and artisans actually organized in what could be described as kind of early proto-unions. Right?
I was going to say like guilds and shit.
Exactly. Guilds. 100%. 110%. Landowners had to decide between raising wages and benefits to compete for laborers or letting their lands go unused. So as you can imagine, this did not sit well with the landed nobility. Labor rates and inflation were rising, and those dirty, illiterate workers were getting too high for their stations.
They can't even read.
They're buying salt?
Clutches diamonds. No.
No, but these are my diamonds I worked really hard for.
My pearls.
After demands from the nobles, King Edward III issued the Ordinance of Laborers, which was supplemented by the Statute of Laborers passed by Parliament. It enshrined into law, among other things, everyone under the age of 68 that was not titled was required to work. Landed nobility were not allowed to hire excess workers. Employers were not required to compensate workers in currency, and if they did, could not pay more than pre-plague levels. And any laborer or craftsperson who refused to work would be imprisoned within the stocks for a minimum of 3 days, and if they still refused to work, would be sent to prison until they agreed to work.
So it got better.
Just wait.
It got better.
And this one, it gets better. And this last one seems like it's mostly just out of spite. But finally, no one, under pain of imprisonment, was to give anything, food or otherwise, to any able-bodied beggars out of charity or pity.
Really?
Wow. They were outlawed charity.
Wow.
But the big man talked about that.
No, he didn't.
You can't read, Grant. You don't know what the Bible says.
No, but
You
the guy
can't
that-
read Latin?
The guy that walked on water and like gave wine for water people.
Unironically, this is legitimately part of like how there was like slave owning Christianity back in the South, you know, that would
Yeah.
when you have an illiterate populace who is illiterate by design, and also you have all these books that are gatekept behind Latin, Aramaic, like ancient Hebrew and Greek, only certain people can read them, and only certain people can tell you what's in those books.
Wait, they gate-kept books back then, too?
Yup. Banned books. This was an era where instead of an unlivable minimum wage, the oligarchs actually took the time to set up a maximum wage out of sheer spite. These outrageous laws, along with the punishing taxes levied on the working class and their already hard working and living conditions, ultimately led to the Peasants' Revolt of 1381, which began in Essex in May. Local bishops had been unable to collect the harsh taxes from the smaller villages and had sent out tax collectors who were thrown out of the towns on their asses. A group of low-born peasants who had been tired of living under their lord's yoke began to organize and actually left en masse the plots of lands that they'd been enslaved to for the very first time in their lives. They spread throughout the southeastern counties and began trailing along other small groups of peasants who had previously never left their lands either. It's very difficult to find firsthand records from the peasants' point of view because most of them were illiterate. But estimates put the number at more than 60,000 people joining the revolt.
Shit.
Not only peasants, but soldiers and tradespeople who had defected and joined up in an effort to fight the power. There were even some disaffected churchmen who joined, including one mad lad named John Ball, who was known as the Mad Priest of Kent.
But
That's
he
a
no
title.
ball.
They could have done so
Hey,
much
Ball.
more with Ball. I mean, come on.
I know, they could have.
So that was like one of the first like No King's Day protests.
Pretty much. Literally.
Yeah, it must have been wild to be like
Literally.
a monk who
Wow.
actually like, I
Literally.
want to give my life to the Lord. You're reading the Bible and like, yo, this is all this good stuff. And then like all the noble people that can also read and know about the Bible are doing the complete opposite. So that had to
Yeah.
be
And you have like actual like you said, like monks who are like, but it's easier to get a camel through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter heaven. And the Lord's just like, he didn't mean that.
Watch my diamonds.
He didn't really mean that.
Oh, my pearls.
He didn't really mean that.
You don't understand the level of genocide I've committed for these diamonds.
Do you know how many Frenchmen I had to kill to get this money?
It's all about how you translate it.
It's true. That feels better.
Ooh.
Whoops.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, started in May, but by June, the rebels had gotten good and riled up. You have to envision these people as they were. Most of them had literally been born, lived, and planned to die on the same plots of land that their ancestors had. They were uneducated, overworked, and fed up. And as a collective, they elected a man named Tyler Watt as their captain. And on June 7th, he led them in the capture of the city of Canterbury. Mm-hmm. On the one hand, a group of mostly untrained, newly self-freed peasants capturing an entire town is impressive. On the other hand, English towns at this time consisted mostly of barley fields, a shit trench, and the most fuckable sheep this side of Liverpool. Boom! Got you silly English bastards again.
Yeah.
Boom.
You
Twice.
like fucking sheep.
It's
So much so that some dude's going to write some stuff about it.
Sheep fuckers.
It's going to be called the Canterbury Tales.
you know what?
And it's going to be so popular, it will actually popularize the English language. More people will be speaking English globally because of a tale
Because of this thing that he did.
of a lady farting through a hole in a fence and getting her ass ate and guys fucking sheep than anything else.
So now the whole world knows English. Thank you, Charles Dickens.
Charles Dick.
I kind of want that book.
You should read the Canterbury Tales.
I think I will.
They're fun.
But I want you to do like an audible reading of it with your accent.
Sure. Sure. I'll do that. Yeah.
But you're reading it for the first time, so every time like something crazy happens, he's like, hey, whoa!
Like you break character.
Murder audiobooks.
Hey.
Like you break character.
Yeah. What the fuck is this?
I need to go
Seriously?
smoke a cigarette and like you hear the door slam and like 5 minutes of silence and come back. Jesus Christ.
Again, we're looking for investors.
It's like, Austin just comes like, seriously, this is like classic literature? My bad. So they said.
So then she
Placed your
sat,
butthole to the hole in the fence and farted.
and then I guess he thought she was coughing because he was a fucking dumb Englishman, and then started kissing her butthole. I don't know. Jeffrey Chaucer, you fucking freak.
Why is it spicy?
Also, Joseph, I love the fact that you're the only one that picked up without.
That you said Charles
Yeah,
Dickens.
that I comedically said Dickens.
Yeah. Oh, I knew it was a joke. I liked it.
Yeah.
Dickens the
The
fence.
loyalty really fucked up
They have-
in my book for multiple reasons, but you can't just imprison everybody for anything because now they can't make anything like it. Revolting is like the least of their worries.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Because like life is so terrible as is that
What do you have to lose?
Yeah.
That's
I get
really
to sit in a cell and not work all day.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean,
They feed you when you're in jail.
yeah, because they
at least
can't
a
have
little bit.
they can't have you die. You're probably not eating that much worse in jail than you are when you're out of it.
True.
Just maggoty bread.
Just all barley.
I get a bread.
Three stinking
Three stinking
Bread, steak, and day.
meats on the table, boys.
So, newly high on their victory, Tyler led the Kentish rebels to London. Along the way, they raided government buildings and burnt them to the ground. Now, if you remember our Tower of London episode, one of the reasons that London had been chosen as the capital by William the Conqueror was because of the abundance of water, as well as easy access to the channel towards Denmark. It was an easily defensible position that was virtually impossible to siege and cut off supply lines because they had access by water to riverfront supply depots as well as the sea. However, none of that stopped Tyler and the Kentish rebels. In fact, it's generally believed by historians that many of the peasants in London helped open the gates to the rebels and even joined them. They moved through London virtually unchallenged, and on the 13th of June massacred a group of Flemish merchants.
Not the Flims.
The Flemish, if you didn't know, are the majority ethnic group of Belgium and not what I assumed, which is a night with a cold.
Yeah, it was really good.
I hate it here.
was historical enough that made me happy.
Not the flims.
Not the phlegm.
Phlegm.
So after massacring those snotty phlegms,
Nice.
thank you, Tyler and his rebels marched to the Savoy Palace, the home of the king's uncle, John of Gaunt. After storming the palace, they took furniture and jewelry and anything that wasn't nailed down and smashed it up and chucked it into the Thames. They razed the palace to the ground, which is metal as fuck, and must have been vindicating as hell. Holding hands while a palace burns is, incidentally, my favorite way to end a date night.
Wow, that does seem nice.
From there, the Kentish rebels marched in and took over London Bridge and surrounded the Tower of London.
Is that when London Bridge was falling down?
It almost did.
We got you surrounded.
We got you bastards surrounded. Now, by this point, King Richard II, who was 15 at the time, was compelled by Parliament and the nobles to go and negotiate with the peasants. That's right. They sent the 15-year-old out to go talk to him.
Compelled.
You guys, stop it.
Stop it right now!
You guys.
Okay, so thankfully Joffrey steps in and
Yeah.
solves
Yeah.
the day, right?
On the 14th of June, Richard II, the king, met with a group of rebels from Essex outside of London at a place called Mile End.
And he cried a whole bunch by his parents fucking to make him.
Yeah.
I think if
Guys are close.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I saw something where that kid that played Joffrey, like, he's not acting anymore because his character was so hated that like
He's like typecast.
like he's
forever.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
honestly a little sad.
He's got a hateable
I mean,
face.
honestly,
He does have a
Yeah.
face. To be fair.
maybe sad and some, but like how incredible of a performance.
He
like,
did so good that
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
hates you so much
Right.
that they can't figure
Kinda
out.
like,
can't
Professor
see you. They
Umbridge.
can't see you as anything
Oh,
else.
yeah.
Yeah.
Harry Potter Professor
Dude,
Umbridge.
I hate her
Fuck
so
that
much.
bitch.
Yeah.
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 She's the worst.
God.
Hopefully-
Somehow worse than J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
You know
Honestly.
what I mean? Yeah.
And
Almost
she was
worse
just
than mine.
acting.
Yeah.
Almost worse than Rowling herself, that
Yeah.
fucking bitch.
Who are we talking about?
Wow.
The
the
lady who
woman that-
played...
The
Umbridge.
lady in like the pink
the pink-
lady suit.
That worked for the Ministry of Magic.
you know, Henry Porter.
They got
Before
little
that, what
kittens
were we
doing
talking
nothing.
She like gave you the quill and it would like write the.
Oh, he's asking about before that.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Game of Thrones.
Joffrey.
Oh,
Game of
Joffrey.
Thrones, King Joffrey, which is the king that
People with hateable
Jess is
faces.
talking about right
that
now.
You ever
we
watched Got?
despise.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones or the Harry Potter series, so
You're not missing out on the Harry Potter stuff. It's not...
Watch Harry Potter.
I've seen it.
As long as you don't have to pay for it.
Read the book.
You should watch...
I read the first one.
You should watch A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. It's much shorter than Game of Thrones, and I liked it.
It wasn't written by George R.R. Martin. So.
Exactly. It was much shorter and better.
Okay.
Listen, George R.R. Martin, I like you, but you get shit or get off the pot.
I mean,
Or just hire Brandon Sanderson to finish
about
your
to say,
series.
thank you.
Like,
Okay? Like, hire a good guy.
Like Robert Jordan did.
Yeah.
Or Robert Jordan died, and then he finished the Wheel of Time series.
Yes.
George R. R. Martin's going to die, and Brando Sando's going to be like, fucking goddamn, all right. He won't say goddamn because he's a Mormon, but that's fine.
Yeah. But he will crank out a book.
He'll crank it out.
He'll
He can.
crank it.
He'll crank it. Crank that. Brando
Well,
Sando.
again, he was a Mormon, so I don't know if
Morton?
it's gonna-
He's a Morton.
I think Mormons can
He's
crank it.
iodized.
He was a Morton
Are Mormons
Steakhouse.
allowed to crank it?
I don't think so.
I don't think
no.
so, but they
Well,
do.
They soak is what they
They
do.
soak,
They
but
soak.
can they crank?
And they do butt stuff.
No, I don't think they're supposed to do butt stuff.
Apparently, this whole Mormon
No
reality
coffee,
show.
no booze, no butt stuff.
No. Fuck me in the ass because I love Jesus. That's the song.
There's also
But that's Texans.
No.
Those are Christians.
there are Texas Mormons. There's also a whole Mormon
There are
reality
Texas
show.
buttfuckers.
That too.
I may be wrong. I don't know.
They're not supposed to, but they do.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
Anyway,
Like they're not supposed to crank it, but they do.
Right.
Well, sure.
Because how does one
Yeah.
go without
That's where
cranking
that's where you get the Catholic guilt from.
what am I going to do? Not
What do you want
masturbate?
me to do?
Hashtag
You want to
crank it for
move my
Jesus.
shoulder?
Put the microphone in front of your goddamn
There's nothing
face.
I can do other than
you
it
idiot.
rolling over my shoulder, and then I knock it over more, which is gonna piss off Julie.
Everybody's doing good but you.
Yeah, because you always moved it.
All right,
Oh my
pause
God.
Yeah,
for...
your mic
Oh
is
my
in the way of my
gosh.
mic.
Oh my
We've got technical difficulties, y'all. Hold on one second.
do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Jamie's World.
Great. Now I just can't move.
Really like Maggie.
No, this is
Yeah,
this is
you can
perfect.
stay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, guys.
No. I love this. I love the.
Are you
this is
saying that
resting
because
on
I
my
have
shoulder.
weapons?
No, I'm
Not
loving
just
this.
because you have weapons.
Okay.
Jesus
See?
Christ.
Do you see my frustration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to hold rock solid for the entire rest of this?
Yeah.
Jamie the Rock.
See? Do you see why? Yeah.
Your job is to put it where it needs to be before we start recording.
Get comfy.
Scoot your chair if you need to.
That's what I'm about to do.
All right.
Scooch.
See? See why I didn't do any of this
And
before?
continuity is now fucked.
See,
My
Grant?
mic position's different. They'll know.
My chair scooted, guys.
Are we good?
I mean,
my
Joseph,
bubble
you're
wrap?
good. I think we're actually good. Yeah.
You feel good?
I'm good.
I feel pretty good.
Cool.
Are we all good?
You good?
I mean, we're not cutting any of this out.
All right, good.
Good.
We should.
We
No,
won't.
no,
We should.
They,
We put
they
it on
should
the
know what I
Patreon.
got to deal with.
That was 10 minutes of bullshit.
We're continuing to not cut. This is it.
Golly.
On the 14th of June, Richard II met with a group of rebels from Essex outside of London at Mile End, where he promised cheap land, free trade, and the total abolition of serfdom and forced labor. In exchange, the peasants would disarm, disperse, and return to their work. Pretty sweet deal, right?
I promise. Pinky promise.
Wrong! You cannot trust royalty. They're so inbred, they're biologically incapable of telling the truth.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Accurate.
However, some of the rebels did take him at his word and agreed to the terms and left for their villages. But Wat Tyler and the majority of the rebels knew they could not trust the king.
Let's bring back that name. Watt.
Wat's a good one.
Yeah.
During the king's absence, what are you talking about? During the king's absence from London, the Kentish rebels continued to siege the Tower of London. Tyler and the others suspected that the king would never treat with them honestly, and so they refused to disband or disarm. Instead, they decided to apply a little bit of pressure. Inside the tower was not only a coin press and a repository of the crown's wealth, but inside dwelled the Chancellor, Archbishop Simon of Sudbury, and the Treasurer, Sir Robert Hales, both of whom were largely responsible for writing and passing many of the various tax reforms.
So they kidnapped them.
Also, how many potatoes were involved?
More than a handful.
Okay.
So here are the rebels.
Or is
of
this like
Sudbury-
bubbles?
Of Sudbury.
Yeah, this is like bubbles versus potatoes.
Well, you get both. When you're
Okay.
making the potatoes, sometimes you get suds and then you get the spuds. You get suds with the spuds and then it makes bubbles.
Okay, I got you.
Suds with the spud berry.
So here are the rebels, besieging the seat of economic power of the dreaded regime, and there are two motherfuckers in there directly responsible for their torment. So what else can they do but storm the tower? And in the tower's history, this was the only time it fell to a group of determined, collected workers who were done feeding on scraps and having their lives ruled over by oligarchs. Archbishop Simon and Sir Hales were pulled from the tower's keep and beheaded on the lawn.
Whoa.
We should bring back beheadings.
I agree.
Yes.
Maggie can stay.
I do woodworking.
How
I'll
do
build the guillotine.
Oh,
Did they pack a guillotine or just
Let's
axe
do
it?
it. Yeah.
what's that?
Did they pack a guillotine or did they axe it?
No, they had axes with them because a lot of them were also like woodsmen or like farmers, laborers. They had like essentially tools and weapons with them, and some of the city guard had decided like, yeah, fuck these rich people, like
Yeah.
we're in on this. So they had weapons.
The guillotine is a dramatic touch, but
It is.
I love that.
Yes,
The French being
the
like,
French did
The
the
French had it
revolution
right
right.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had it right.
And they've kind of maintained it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like France today.
I mean, if you talk about
they
raising the age of
protest.
retirement by 2 years, all the municipal workers are like, oh, guess who's going to have their houses filled with actual human waste?
Actual shit.
Every politician until they change their fucking minds.
Oh, I've got a farming equipment. I'm gonna drive that into the city and just shoot manure at the municipal
Yeah.
buildings.
You know how much farming equipment Americans have?
Do you know how many
That's what
guns
I'm
we have?
saying.
Why are we like this?
All these people,
I don't know.
All
I
these
think
people
we're just overworked and
farming equipment and guns, and they're just like, well, there's nothing we can do.
Well, it's kind of the opposite. Grant and I talked about it, but like a lot of those people that could or should revolt are the very same that are the bootlickers. So
It's true.
there's
that is
that
fair
aspect.
and everything.
And also, they did just spend the last 2 years under, a Democratic president for all the people who think Democrats are the fucking heroes, making lists of people, getting them fired from their jobs, getting them deported, getting their diplomas and degrees canceled, stopping their school, making them lose money. And then also all those Black Lives Matter activists who have just been mysteriously dying over the past couple of years after being arrested. Crazy. Crazy.
Anywho,
So the next day, Richard II and the mayor of London, Sir William Walworth, agreed to meet Tyler and his contingent of rebels. Thank you for keeping us on track, Austin.
You a real one.
It's believed that Sir Walworth planned the meeting because, one, the king was a fucking know-nothing teenager, and two, he was trying to get the rebels outside of his city for fear that they keep attacking the rich lawyers and priests and churches, and he
'em
wanted
next.
to limit the damage.
Fuck them next.
Yeah. Essentially, it's like, these people are going to keep going. They sieged our tower that has stood unbreached for literally centuries. They're going to kill all of us. So, the king, the boy king, repeated his promises of fair labor and the abolition of serfdom.
No, but seriously, guys.
But seriously, I made it this time. But Tyler actually demanded more. He presented a binding legal document, as well as a redistribution of resources and land back to the peasantry. In an almost dizzying level of historical foresight, Tyler argued that if the king actually kept to his promise and freed the serfs without any land or resources of their own, the peasants would only end up working for the lords and entrapped in wage slavery, working the only way they knew how, for a pittance and free in name only, which is exactly what happened to a great deal of freed slaves post-American Civil War. Like I said, dizzying level of historical foresight.
Yep.
That is very
Marketing, baby.
Yeah.
He was very intelligent.
Yes, very much.
Was he educated in any?
Was he a time traveler?
That's as likely a story as any. There's not a lot of records about Wat Tyler beyond that he was from Kent. It could be that he was just This is the thing about poverty, and specifically like exploitation, whether it's in feudalism, capitalism, or whatever system, is that a lot of brilliant people die working in fields and factories or homeless because they don't have the opportunities or resources to really get to show their genius.
I mean, think about like the rare times that, someone like gets out of their situation.
Yeah.
Right. Like a lot of
Actually climbs the social ladder.
Yeah, like a lot of like American black like intellectuals or speakers or whatever, they happen to get out.
Yeah.
Right. Of that proverbial situation that we listen to and admire retroactively.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about the hundreds that didn't.
Exactly.
In all eras.
For every John Coltrane, there's probably 1,000, if not more, other like extremely talented musicians that could be just as good, if not better, that died in sharecropping fields or in factories or
100%.
being killed by police.
Yeah.
It's the
Or
same.
More importantly, like writers, speakers, philosophers.
And
I mean, musicians are incredibly important.
Hell, Frederick
but-
Douglass was a slave. You know what I mean? Like he was an incredible visionary, an incredibly intelligent, thoughtful man that was born into slavery. You know,
managed to get out.
and managed to get
briefly
out
and
briefly. And-
write what he wrote about.
Exactly. And you think about how many people across the centuries could have been something had they been given proper support and the proper
Access.
access. Exactly. And Wat Tyler may have just been one of those guys.
Yeah.
And as soon as he actually had freedom and people listening to him and was put in a position where he could lead people that he cared about, he blossomed.
Yeah.
Anywho, at some point during the meeting, Sir Walworth snapped. He had been apparently angered by not only Tyler and the rebels' successful siege and attacks on his city, but also his flippant attitude towards the king. Which, look, the king's a spoiled 15-year-old. You're telling me you wouldn't be serving up some toot if you were negotiating your people's freedom with the historical equivalent of Baron Trump?
he was a time traveler.
Apparently. Now, whatever...
Anyway, go ahead.
Sure?
Yeah.
All right. Whatever the breaking point was, Sir Walworth pulled his dagger and mortally wounded Tyler. The more hardline rebels fought off the guards and pulled Tyler out of the meeting, while the king stayed and continued talking to the remaining rebels. Having seen their leader gutted in front of them and confronted with the king's personal army, they agreed to his terms: abolition of serfdom, a raising of wages, and peaceable dispersing. The rebel army broke apart and left London as Tyler lay dying in St. Bartholomew's Hospital under watch by the king's guard. Before he could recover, Tyler was dragged from his bed and beheaded at the order of Sir Walworth.
Oof.
Fuck you, Walworth.
That's right. With the crisis in London over, the remaining rebels in East Anglia had been being led by a man named John Lister, were crushed by the militant bishop of Norwich and the church's army.
Churches had armies?
They sure did. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I instantly remembered of the Crusades.
The Crusades, yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Spanish Inquisition?
Yeah. That's an episode. The peasants' revolt lasted less than a month. And after its leaders were executed, the king and nobility completely reneged on their promises, surprising no one. The rebellion was spread too thin and directionless. It was crushed. It would be hundreds of years before any labor movement of that scale would be seen again. Mm-hmm. So why bring this up? Why talk about a rebellion that lasted less than a month and was ultimately a failure? It's because history may not repeat, but it definitely rhymes. We live in a time of unmitigated brutality and exploitation from the ruling class. As we discover more about the hidden webs controlling our society and how far up the corruption goes, the ruling class attempts to destroy not only our history, but our ability to contextualize and analyze. They'd rather we be numbed with AI slop and gambling apps, kept sick with industrial runoff and forever chemicals, and too overwhelmed to realize that we, all of us, are the people who build, move, improve, and strengthen society. Each person is an entire world that weaves together our shared reality, and we all deserve a chance to grow.
But, Joseph, I get to now bet on reality TV shows.
And whether we'll nuclear bomb Iran.
Yeah.
Or you could go old school like I do.
Or if Iran wins, which they may have today.
Come on, Revolutionary Guard. I know you got it in you.
They pretty much won, didn't they? In the negotiations, from my understanding, they pretty much won.
Yeah.
Or you could go old school and do what I do and gamble in the stock market.
Could do that.
Which I just did my taxes. Guess who is up in 2025? Remember how we made a deal that you would have to heavy dap me if I made $5,000?
I don't remember, but I believe you.
Well, I did.
Okay.
But I also lost $5,000. But I'm up.
No dap.
But I'm up $7 and
Be gone, sir. I'm wrapping up an episode.
So you lost $5,000, but you're up $7.
Anywho.
I'm so close to the end. Just let me finish. Each person is an entire world that weaves together our shared reality, and we all deserve a chance to grow. It was true in the Middle Ages, and it's true now. The peasants' revolt failed, but it inspired hope. For years afterward, people remembered that in 1 month's time, a group of regular people were able to overwhelm the seat of power. Minor rebellions and riots flared for years afterwards and laid a trail of embers that smoldered for generations. It led to victories and failures across the world, future actions that ranged all the way from the Battle of Blair Mountain to the French Revolution and the Bolsheviks. No matter how dark and overwhelming our troubles are, or how strong the enemy appears, we are stronger together and better things are possible. And if you'll indulge me just a little bit, I'd like to end this episode with a quote by one of my favorite sci-fi writers, Ursula K. Le Guin.
Sure, but real quick, just know that we've indulged you for like an hour and a half. Just so you know.
It's my episode.
I know.
I will be further indulged. I'll have so many indulgences you'd think I'm the medieval church selling tickets to heaven.
Indulge away.
I thought we were going to talk about Maggie's armor first.
This is quickly becoming a Patreon thing, and I'm really excited about it. So go ahead, Joseph.
We live in capitalism. Its power seems inescapable. Woo. So did the divine right of kings. Any human power can be resisted and changed by human beings. Resistance and change often begin in art, and very often in our art, the art of words. There. Now you can fucking interrupt me all you want.
That was very good.
That was nice.
Now I'm done.
I don't like Ursula too much.
I feel like you did an allegory.
I feel like I did. Did I?
I like that allegory.
was
It was a
pretty-
gory allegory.
Did I?
It was pretty gory.
It was a gory
It was a pretty
allegory.
gory allegory.
Good job, guys.
Allegorish,
Yeah,
You're
if you
welcome.
will.
yeah.
Put that on a T-shirt. Joey's gory allegories.
It sounds like a Harley Poe album.
I like it. I like it.
Be a fun one.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts?
Thoughts, concerns?
We've got a lot to cover
I
still,
stopped
so
thinking
I'd
in
say
third
email us your thoughts on how awesome capitalism and feudalism is.
Yeah.
At don'temailtrashville@gmail.com.
Tell us your favorite king. Tell us how you like to lick boots. Do you
Tell
put
us how
salt
you
on them?
like-
Do you put gravy on them?
Do you like them farted on through a hole in the fence?
Tell us how you like
Charles Dickens style.
It's just
Charles
very
Dickens
Dickens.
style.
Okay.
Tell us how you like to exploit
Just so
the
you
working
guys
class.
know that we know it is Chaucer, but like still, it's very funny.
Tell us how you like to exploit the working class at
Wait, Geoffrey
615
Chaucer wrote A Christmas Carol?
Yes, he did.
And A Tale of Two Cities?
Yes, he did.
God damn, that guy could write. And then Dexter, leave us a voice memo at 615-768-9483.
Follow us on all our socials at Trashville_USA. Hit us up on our Patreon, where we will be talking about Maggie's armor.
It's so exciting.
Oh, we're doing that?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know we were doing that.
She made a lot of it, and I'm really
Let's
excited to
go.
see
I
it.
didn't know we were doing that.
I'm excited.
Well, Joseph,
yeah.
you have to go outside while we do it, but yeah.
I have to go outside. I don't get to look at the armor?
You wrote the
Sorry.
episode. It's a weird thing that we.
Fuck this, man.
It's kind of our
Sorry.
thing now.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
This podcast sucks. Don't give us
You
any
have
money.
been
Capitalism,
so
you know.
indulged.
Can I be a little more indulged? Just a little bit? Just a little
But I
bit.
like being indulged.
But I like being indulged, dude.
Is there
Anyway,
anything
follow us, I guess.
else- what else we got to cover? I feel like there's something else we're missing.
I don't know. Subscribe. I think you said that.
Comment on our
Comment.
stuff.
On
Like,
Spotify.
subscribe.
Think we're cool.
Hit that like button, subscribe, ding
Oh,
my
yeah, but
bell,
like on YouTube
milk
now or
my
whatever.
prostate.
Milk my prostate, ding my bell.
Please contribute to Jamie's SoundCloud corner.
Yeah. These coconut LaCroix don't buy themselves.
They do not.
They don't.
They get
Well, they
one
do- they
specific-
do right
Actually,
now.
they just give them to us. They're like, no one else is buying these things.
Yeah, it's like the popcorn jelly bean.
Yeah, seriously. It is the popcorn jelly bean of soda waters. You know that, right?
No, it's the best one.
So you like popcorn jelly beans? Those are
Yes.
your favorite jelly beans.
I mean, not my favorite.
Yeah, why
but
not?
They're not bad.
The person who likes Big Bang Theory
And black licorice.
and black licorice is
I
talking shit to me. Get
tolerate
out of
Big
here.
Bang Theory. I
And
fall
black
asleep
licorice is
to it.
delicious.
And I love black licorice.
Maggie
yes.
can't stay. You can't
No.
take Grant's side.
She's my new friend. We're yeah.
No, she's my new friend. I brought her.
No, she's my new friend. She's got weapons.
Duel.
For Maggie's love.
Bonk.
Bonk. Give us $5 on our Patreon or I'll kill Jamie. No,
still
not for
kills me.
real. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I got the $5.
The sword would definitely like cut and like you'd be like ow, but I feel like the bonk would just leave you like a big noodle arm.
Yeah, Bonk
Yeah.
is definitely.
Or that like 3 day later tingle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would rewrite your neural pathways a little bit.
Yeah, 'cause
All right.
especially like back in the day because they didn't have like casts and stuff like that. So it was like you broke your leg, like ooh,
Here's a
you're gonna be
leech.
walking funny for the rest of your life.
Have fun with that lifelong limp, dog.
You take one little bonk on the head, you're like,
I'll work into a few.
Yeah, that's our stable boy now. He used to be a governor, but he slipped and hit his head.
All right. If you guys are interested in these fun medieval weapons and armors and stuff, that's a Patreon thing.
Patreon.
So, give us a little bit of money. Come check it out.
Give us money.
But for now, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Like what you hear? Subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Trashville_USA. And if there's a true crime story you want the gang to cover, email us at don'temailtrashville@gmail.com. Murder Schmurder is produced by Jamie. Our tracking engineer is Grant. And our mix and mastering engineer is Julie. Incident incidental music and our theme song is provided by Jules. This has been another production of Murder Schmurder.
Here at Murder Schmurder, if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's this. You gotta laugh or you'll cry. Right now, there's a lot to laugh and cry about. And while we talk about a lot of fucked up stuff and delve into some of the worst crimes in history, we try to make light of these things not to devalue the events or the victims or survivors, but because I genuinely believe it's one of the only ways for sentient life to understand and process the horrors of life. And it's not lost on us that most of the victims we talk about in our true crime misadventures are the most vulnerable in our country: sex workers and racial and or queer minorities. If you'd like, you could roll back the tapes and find several hours worth of ranting on this by each of us. That being said, sometimes the boys get rowdy and we end up yes-anding or attempting to outdo each other, and we say some gnarly shit.
Hence lower the bar.
Hence lower the bar, which is not going to stop happening.
No, it's a very fun game.
It's a very fun game.
So, I want the listeners to know that while our intention is to never punch down, we do fuck up, and we learn, and we try to get better. Are we going to fuck up again? You bet your ass.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Will it be funny when we do so?
1,000%.
Probably for us.
1001%.
I hope so.
And definitely for us.
One of my favorite things is laughing at you guys.
No. But here at Murder Schmurder, we value our brothers, sisters, and non-binary homies out there. BIPOC, LGBTQIA2+, whatever member of the alphabet mafia you are, we got your back. And we hope you have ours as we continue to grow, learn, and support each other through these dark times and come out the other side stronger than ever. And since we're here, we're just going to unequivocally say, fuck fascists, incels, cops, nationalists, and whoever else has a problem with people being who they are.
Ooh, gross. Leave me alone.